What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Couch Casual Show. I'm one of your hosts, Kyle Diorio, here with my boy.
Robert Dylan Vasquez. What's up, guys?
We're coming at you in a state of somber sadness as we'll get to it. We have a fallen hero at 298. But we'll talk about that later. Overall, this was a really good fight card.
I'd say.
It was like a lot of bangers.
Sure. We can only do justice by shouting out the prelim main event with Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Lemos.
The night.
Well, okay.
No, it really. I'm on UFC. They won fight of the night, like legit.
You're not now like this is me like breaking the fourth wall. Like you're not like peeling back the curtain and like ha ha ha. Like
that was fight of the night according to UFC. They won the performance bonus for fight of the night. It was a good fight. You're a hater, dude. Mackenzie coming back with that bloody face. Come on.
Okay. So she was facing adversity, and then she hit a sweep, and she rose above, and she won, right?
No, she didn't win. We all won, though. We all won watching that fight.
100%.
We all won.
Shout out to Mackenzie Dern. It was a really good fight. Shout out to Amanda Lemos. They put on a spectacular performance.
They did.
I mean, yes. Okay, they did. The best thing about that fight was camera angles.
Yeah. Well, you'll see later. You'll see later, guys.
So the main card opens up, and you have Anthony Hernandez, correct?
Yes.
And he's facing this monster, this 11-1. We talked about it. No spoilers. 11-2 now, because I don't think.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't think you or I could have named a single one of his 11 victories. But
no.
Like prior to this fight.
No, we didn't really know who this guy was.
He wasn't even ranked.
He did come off. He took this on short notice, so you got to give him a little bit of props for that.
I will always give him props. How short?
I don't know. I don't really know. I'll look while you talk.
All right. So Anthony Hernandez, he's ranked. Has no business fighting anybody outside of the top 15. But he's putting his position, his ranking, up for grabs. And so he's fighting this guy. Can you name him for me?
Roman Kopylov. Kopylov.
And so the fight is going, and Anthony's looking good, man. He's looking, when the grappling exchanges are happening, he's looking in control. He's looking dominant. And he says, he gets his back. He gets Kopylov's back. And he says, yo, I saw Mario Lopez in the crowd. And I shit you not, bro. He goes, I just knew I had to finish. So he's like hand fighting, clamping, got the thing going on. And he's like, I made eye contact with Mario Lopez, and I just knew I had to finish it.
Just had to finish it.
Dude, if you are in a fight and you have the wherewithal, you have the mental clarity to not only see, hey, there's this guy in the crowd looking at me, but to not only see that and then recognize the guy being Dancing with the Stars host or Saved by the Bell,
whatever he is, yeah,
Mario Lopez, and then to just be like, nah, he was cheesing. I wish I had the picture right here.
It's a good shot.
He was cheesing, choking out this guy.
And he didn't. He also, in the round prior to winning the fight, he had him in some kind of weird, like almost half guillotine.
Yeah.
And he was like flipping him off and shit. Like, this dude was putting on a show.
Well, he knows what to do.
Yeah,
we talked
that
about
would make you stand out.
We talked about Arnold Allen and Evloev, right? Opening the card. If you're going to sucker the average UFC fan into buying the pay-per-view, this first fight better be fire. Like, no matter what happens, you better have the Michael Chandler mentality. By the way, shout out to Michael Chandler on Monday Night Raw.
WWE Raw, dude, cutting a promo on Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, I got my eye on one Irishman. What? I got my eye on a guy that's been making me wait way too long. What?
Dude, I mean, if anyone could become a WWE guy after the UFC, it's Michael Chandler. His mic skills are pretty primo. Come on. You're just being a hater now.
Sure.
Hater.
Yeah, all right. Well, we've both shared our fair history of wrestling and WWE moments. I think he should have had more cadence in his call out. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, Michael Chandler, the one who has been scheduled to fight Conor for the last
a year and a half.
They did the Ultimate Fighter. It
was supposed to be like last summer originally.
They had to let the HGH drain out of Conor, and that's why they let the USADA contract fail. Whatever. Michael Chandler still in his head, in his heart, thinks that fight is happening. I agree. I'm not arguing that.
It should happen.
Go to WWE on YouTube or WWE on Fox or WWE whatever, and you will see Michael Chandler's call out. Wasn't a huge pop, but I
don't think they knew who he was.
Any average fan of the WWE is like, oh, the MMA guy, Conor McNuggets, or
yeah, like I think there's probably a good chunk of overlap between those fan bases, but like probably not enough that like.
Yo,
who Michael Chandler is.
When's Brock fighting again?
Yeah, like where's Brock? You know,
allegations,
Chuck?
Allegations.
Chuck Liddell, when's he fighting again? Right? Like that's the kind of crossover we're talking here.
That being said, you and I had it, Anthony Hernandez, right?
A solid pick for both of us. And he put on a good show.
You think that we're casuals?
We're not casual.
We broke down the formula. Oh, this guy is 11-1. He's trying to break into the top 15. Yeah. You better be ready. When it comes to the top 15, you better be ready, dude. So that being said,
I just noticed, and I'm going to point out, I like that like my background will censor. Well, not now. It's not, but it'll
hey.
You have no clue what I was drinking there, do you?
I want to say it wasn't as good as what I'm drinking.
Definitely is a lot better than that. Anyway, on to the next fight.
Sure.
We have Merab Dvalishvili versus Henry Triple C, King of Cringe, Cejudo. And who'd you pick? Who'd you pick on this one?
I picked Quintuple C.
And I picked Mighty Merab. That's what Merab is a fucking machine, dude.
Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
Machine. You know what they said? Okay, so for those that didn't see the fight, Merab's cardio was like he never tired. He's picking up Henry Cejudo, which when he picked Henry Cejudo up, I was blown away.
Oh, hang on. Hey, wait. Can I pause?
Sure. What?
You were surprised when a 150-pound guy picked up a 150-pound guy? I'm just asking. I'm just asking, bro. I'm just asking.
Tell me that wasn't impressive.
He did Matt Hughes. Hey, he did Matt Hughes him. He picked him up, and I had a watch party. You weren't invited because I texted you and I said you're not invited. So, so I had a watch party. They're like, why is he dragging him over to another part of the octagon? I go, number one, because that's probably where his corner is. Number two, because Matt Hughes, shout out to Matt Hughes, you're always welcome on CCMMA. Always. He used to go, because they have like their time in the octagon before like the Friday night, before like the Saturday. And he would stomp around and he would feel the hardest part of the octagon. And he goes,
wow, I didn't know that.
He goes, that's where I'm going to slam him.
Ooh.
So if you look at any Matt Hughes highlights where he picks his guy up or
he slams him,
puts him against the cage, I think he has that one. I can't remember the fighter that he did it against. And he Batista bombs. That's for the wrestling fans. He power bombs the guy.
I'm not impressed by your in performance.
Oh. We're not going to talk about GSP right now.
Okay.
Blame Canada for that. Anyways, so I think I did pick quintuple C, and that's a joke because he's triple C, quadruple C, quintuple C. He can do whatever he wants. He says the goal is still 145. I'm like, brother, leave it. Like, so hang on. So reporters post UFC 298 are like, we noticed that Merab won and Henry Cejudo had his gloves off. You didn't really give him the light, or you didn't give him the TV airtime to retire. And they pointed the fucking microphone in Dana's face, and he goes, what? No. Henry already retired, like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, where were you guys? Like, when he was double champ, I'm sorry, Uncle Dana, I gotta retire. Yeah. He did it as a tactic, and Dana got his get back.
Like, this backfired on Henry. If that was genuinely his intention to like retire and try to be, come back for this big money. No, you messed up, bro. You were on top. You could have kept going. You clearly could have kept going, and you just decided not to. And now you've taken 2 back-to-back losses by Ray Longo's fighters, and it's highly unlikely that you get back there at this point. Merab dominated this fight.
I sent you the picture. Did you see Henry's forearm?
Yeah, Henry's arm looked messed up. What do you think he broke? I heard him talk about it during the fight, and I kept trying to see it while I was watching the actual broadcast. For some reason I couldn't see it. I don't know if I just was looking the wrong spot or what, but I never saw it. But like, his arm looks really messed up, and I don't know if it was broken or what might have caused that, but it did look bad. But Merab, he picks Henry up, he slams Henry, and he starts talking to Mark Zuckerberg in the crowd.
Has him in like a guillotine, and
he's like wrestling Henry Cejudo, a former Olympic gold medalist, and is just talking to Mark Zuckerberg. Merab's a machine. There's really just no two ways about it. And for one of these Russian, I know he's Georgian, right? But like, whatever that, a lot of those guys can't talk.
Georgian, Chechen, Russian.
Merab was like not bad on the mic. Like,
so
he's somewhat likable on the mic.
He's not bad on the mic now, but he understands the game. That's what I'm trying. Me and you, as casuals, are trying to teach these dirty Brazilians to.
Oh my God. They like to fight.
English is your escape from the favelas. It is your escape, like, into the mainstream. If you can't cut a promo or an interview without like a translator, you're done, bro. And Merab Dvalishvili, he comes out of Ray Longo. Mar-Lago. So he comes out of Ray Longo Matt Serra, which a lot of fighters do, but
not a lot, but a lot of underdogs.
Definitely a lot of underdogs. So I don't know if you heard this inside scoop. Merab did 3 5s with Aljo.
I wanted to bring that up prior.
In the back, bro. So he had a fight before he had a fight. Now, hang on. Hang on. Unsolved mysteries. Do you believe that? No. Okay, he rolled. Picked him up, put him down, picked him up, did a couple reps of this, warmed up. Do you believe that they had a full-out fight? Hang on. Just in a nutshell, okay, I'm not going to fight my friend for the title. Merab missed out. We talked about it last show. Merab missed out on his chance for a title opportunity because he wouldn't fight his friend Aljo. But he's going to do it for free in the back before he fights arguably one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. I don't buy it.
Now, what if, they drop a full 15-minute video
where they're swinging where they're throwing? Okay, then I'll believe it.
Just that would be crazy.
Hey, Longo Sarah Camp, fuck you. And I'll send that to Aljo. I'll send that to them. Don't hook me in with this no. They had a full fight before his. I believe Merab is a cardio machine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I believe he is a machine. No, you didn't go 3 rounds. Sean O'Malley didn't even go 3 rounds with the 135 GOAT. GOAT, people. You think Merab did? And Aljo was like, nah, not letting you get over on me. And just to attest how boring, boring Merab is, he went to a decision with his training partner in the back.
Look. Merab is a machine, and Merab deserves the title shot next.
Merab Decision Vili, or whatever his last name is.
If you had to take the 2 decision machines in Merab or remember the name, who would you rather watch in a fight?
See, you said that, and I can't remember his name to save my life.
I can't either. I actually blanked on what his real name was. That's why I said his nickname.
You were talking about the 185 number 1 contender?
Yeah, the really boring, dull fighter that is.
The one that would take
his name?
The one that would take anybody to a street fight in a decision?
Dude.
Bro,
bring out the judges in the bar.
I'm not talking about him. You, whoever you are, the mystery person, you're never allowed on CCMMA. Period.
Is he the first banned fighter from CCMMA?
Let's talk about this right now. He's the first and really only banned fighter from CCMMA.
I would have invited you, but I guess it's Roberts banned you, and there's not. It is what it is.
I don't want to take this podcast to a decision. I'm sorry.
But
so
3 rounds.
So who did you have? Who did you have in the Merab Henry fight?
I picked the machine himself, Merab Dwabashvili. So give me that point, the dominating Merab. And then we'll go on to where I didn't do so great. In Jeff Neal versus Ian Machado
Kako
Gary.
Now you went with your head and your heart on this, which is very rare for you. You're usually like, okay, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna pick the logical answer.
Try.
We broke down the Shavkat Rachmanov fight with Jeff Neal. We broke down the demise and the downhill, the fall, whatever Ian's going through. I sent you a video of the press conference, and they're like, I got a question for Ian. Everybody goes, boo, boo. And he's like, keep talking about me. All you's here to see me. Yeah, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna have spectacular performance, bro. Hey, I don't have to be Dr. Phil. I don't have to be any kind of licensed professional to let our fans, our friends know, why is this getting to you so bad? So he goes out, night of the fight, and he's on his bicycle, Kyle. I'm not, dude. And he goes, post-fight press conference, he goes, yeah, if Jeff Neal was throwing bombs at you, throwing bones at you, you'd definitely run too. I'm like, no, me and Kyle, me and my guy right here, we're not the most technically sound. We have a little bit of footwork. We have a little bing, bing, bing.
I don't even know if I do have any footwork, bro.
Come see us. Come pull up on us. Try us. Anyways, and that's an open invitation to anybody. Come try me and Kyle. Anyways, Ian, you're a tactician, bro. You're a striker's striker. There's a reason.
You want to be.
You want to be.
I like. That was a boring fight.
So, with you saying that, I don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't want to. I don't want to
give you the rundown, guys. They had a nice little 3-round spar, and Ian Gary just, inched out a split decision. I'm sorry, it was a split decision against Jeff Neal.
Split decision in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, sure. You can't be talking all this shit and then go to decision. It doesn't look good. If you want to be Conor McGregor, you got to knock the guy out. You got to knock these people out. You can't go 67 significant strikes to 46 with Jeff Neal.
Okay. Trivia night. What is the one decision that Conor McGregor went in his rise to the top before KOing Aldo?
Ooh.
He had one decision on his knockout reign, knocking out all these guys. The Dustin Poiriers. He went to Dublin, knocked that opponent out. He on his rise to the top, he had one decision. Who was that against?
It was in the UFC?
Yes.
Was it Max Holloway?
Yes.
Ass, dude. I really was struggling there for a second to remember that one.
Which he torn something. I think it was a torn ACL, torn MCL. He tore something.
Something in that fight?
Yeah, he was injured. That's the reason.
Drop Max?
He didn't drop
No.
Max. Max wasn't dropped. I don't think Max has ever been dropped.
I don't think so. Max is insane.
BMF.
I'm afraid he's about to get dropped.
Justin Gaethje hears that and he's like, okay, challenge accepted. So,
Ugh.
I'm off of this.
It's not a great. It was the weakest fight out of all the fights, really.
And I picked that fight, but
yeah.
Okay. So
where are we at? We're at 1-1, right? 1-1. All right, so we're going into the co-main event, which was a bit of a banger, in Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Boy, this was a good fight.
This was a robbery.
You really think so?
Yes.
It was a close fight. No.
Oh, hang on, wait. Hang on. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say, but then I'm gonna clarify what I said.
All right. Robbery is the most overused word in MMA. So I need to hear your explanation to see why you even think this. This better be some kind of I need to hear it. I need to hear the explanation for this being a robbery.
So, like you just said, robbery is the most overused term when a fight goes to a decision. Oh, I think my guy won, but this guy won, so it's a robbery, right? No, Kyle. No. Because I picked Paulo Costa, you picked Robert Whittaker,
Yeah.
and Robert Whittaker won. I should have been on the Robert side, being a fellow Robert myself.
You should have.
Do you know why I was so heinously laughing earlier?
Why?
Because this was fight of the night. This was the
fight of the night, really.
That's the fucking robbery, and excuse my language. That's the robbery I'm talking about.
Robert Whittaker gets in these dog fights with people.
Robert Whittaker won fight of the night easily, and he just outpaced Paulo. The stiff jab,
first round heel kick. That was God Almighty.
Chicken legs
screaming in the house, dude. Like I don't know how much he had. Like what, 15-ish seconds when that kick landed. 20 seconds maybe. He got lucky that it wasn't called. Like right then, it could have easily been called at any point, but he did just enough. Like he's the skin of his teeth. He inches by, and goes on to outpace Paulo in 2 and 3. But I mean, Paulo, even as I said, he tends to gas out. He did clearly not have as much in the tank as Robert did by the end of the fight, but he didn't look as bad as we've seen him in some fights.
Well, there's one guy that's going like this and staying on the outside and pacing himself. And then there's the guy who fought Yoel Romero, who fought Adesanya, who fought Luke Rockhold. He's gonna come and he's gonna try to erase you, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Boashinya, the eraser. I don't regret my decision because you have Paulo on social media afterwards. Oh, I think I did enough to win the fight. It's like it's not up to you, brother. It's up to the 3 skewed judges and their perception. So
that's the problem. Like with judging a fight is such a weird way to say like who won, because a lot of people lose but still kind of win in the eyes of a lot of people, and it doesn't hurt their career. And I don't think a loss like that's going to like Paulo Costa's not going to like he's been away for a while, so hopefully he gets a little more active. Like he could easily climb right back up.
Yeah. He lost the number 3 middleweight of all time.
Yeah.
Not even
him.
Well, not even in the rankings. But like you talk about, okay, Anderson Silva, Israel Adesanya. Where do you put Robert Whittaker? He's not below the top 5. He's one of the top 3 middleweights of all time. So it's like, okay, you lost to one of the GOATs of the middleweight division. What does that do? Does it knock you down to 10? No. Does it knock you down to 6? No.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the historical middleweights. Anderson Silva, middleweight GOAT. Israel Adesanya was just right there.
Yeah.
And then what? This website has like Chris Weidman and Mousasi. Then Robert, then Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping, Rich Franklin, Dan Henderson. Robert's, I think after 2, you could probably make an argument for like any of these guys being in the top 5, but Robert's in the top 5 more often than not, I'd say. If that makes sense.
I mean, definitely active. Definitely doing his thing. Like, and those, shout out to Gegard, shout out to Chris Weidman. Shout out to Dan Henderson. Those guys had an era. They faced an era of these middleweights. And then you have Robert Whittaker, who's facing... Dude, he fought Yoel Romero twice. I wouldn't fight Yoel Romero if you paid me Francis Ngannou boxing money, okay? So...
Yoel Romero was a monster.
I'm not... No, dude... Signing that contract, be like, yeah, I'll take you on, Yoel. But then he's scared of a house-sized Australian spider. Shout out to Robert.
Shit. That video of him running from... Hey, that... Did you read what that spider could do to you?
You sent me what that spider could do. So, for
15 minutes.
For context, Robert Whittaker lives in the Down Under. Had a spider about yay size, and Kyle, I'm making fun of Robert Whittaker. Ha ha ha! Look at this, and he's like,
yeah. The video is funny because like facing what they're facing, they're kind of goofing in a way. Like
sure, You pull out the
Like,
couch. You pull out the
they're
fucking
getting
couch.
funny. And then I heard what he said. That's a so-and-so spider. So I looked it up. I don't remember what it's called now, but the poisonous bite can kill you in 15 minutes.
Just come on.
And that's just a casual fucking Wednesday night in Australia.
That's a couch casual spider?
Hey, it was behind the couch, right?
Hey, dude.
Is that our mascot? Did we just find our mascot?
Shout out to the couch casual spider that invaded Robert Whittaker's home. You're always welcome on the podcast to tell your side of the story.
Spider and Robert. We'll have a little debate session. See who comes out victorious there.
Okay. So with that, I think you won bragging rights for the night, right?
Yep, I won because we both picked Alex.
Which was
great.
Which was the right or the wrong pick? I don't forget. So I had on to the next. Let's just segue on to the next. To the main event. I had Ilia Topuria. My guy from Spain. Bank. Vasquez. Topuria. Hand
He's
in
from
hand.
Georgia.
Is he from Georgia?
Yeah.
Atlanta?
No.
Augusta?
Moravian, Georgia.
Okay, so that guy training his ass off is releasing a movie on Road to the Belt, and has it in his Instagram bio 15-0 featherweight champion. We're all like, he thinks he's gonna beat Volkanovski? Is this guy for real? Like, okay, so Max couldn't beat him. 3 out. No, not even controversy. 3 out. The Korean Zombie couldn't beat him. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez. All these guys are falling victim. Chad Mendez. Shout out to Chad Mendez. All these guys on Volk's come up is like, nah, he's looking like the featherweight GOAT, bruh.
A legendary run.
What do you think you're going to do to Alexander the Great Volkanovski? Last episode, christened and crowned him Alexander the GOAT Volkanovski.
And
he did, don't mean to interrupt you, he did almost exactly what I said he was going to do.
He put Volk to sleep, and bad. It was a brutal, was it a right hook in that exchange that just twist the head? Volk's out cold. And while I didn't pick Ilya, I was never going to pick Ilya. I did say multiple times this was the most nervous going into one of his defenses.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Ilia Topuria he has special power in those fists.
Yeah.
That's insane. Volk has taken some big hits prior to the Islam knockout.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ate him.
up. He was out, and when they panned back to him after a few minutes, he said, "What happened?" He didn't know what happened after the fight. It really was. Oh my God! I want you to know, if Alex had won, I'd have probably won a few $100s on DraftKings. My DraftKings board was lit up with green.
So what? Hang on.
It would have been my biggest win on DraftKings.
What promo code did you use?
CCMMA.
Oh, of course you did. Because if you are a gambler like ourselves,
me especially,
I've never gambled on a fight ever. Anyways, so if you are on DraftKings.com and you're willing to put a couple bucks,
just a couple,
just a couple bucks, make sure you're using the code CCMMA.
CCMMA.
Casual, mother, astronaut.
Exactly.
So, if you watch last show, for the first 5 minutes we break down the main event, I go, no, man, something's not right. I'm going Ilya. And this fucklehead right here goes, oh, really? You're going to go against Alex? You're going to... And I go...
It wasn't that bad.
I go, you know what? You are my partner. You are my confidant. You are my ride or die. How do you go against Alexander the GOAT Volkanovski?
And
I changed my pick.
So
Worst case
would have been tied.
Worst case, we could have tied. But I knew in my heart that's
realistically,
that's not the outcome I want, dude. What did he do? What did he do in his post-fight speech? He goes, "Hey, Conor McGregor, if you have the ball, why did I sound Irish? If you have the balls, I'll see you in Spain." Dude,
no,
you're half of his weight right now. Conor's jacked.
These guys who get one title win, and then they're calling out Conor, and they're calling out. You have to defend once, twice. You got to do something to really earn that big money fight. Come on, give me a break.
Don't
dude.
do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't. We just mentioned Michael Chandler earlier. He's been booked for this fight for over 9 months, over almost a year now.
And it's really the only fight that makes sense for Conor.
As a comeback fight, yes. And so he's going to what? He's going to travel to Spain in enemy territory and bully a guy that's 40 pounds less than him?
No.
Who's his manager? Who is his team that's like, yeah, call that motherfucker out. Yeah. If anything, what you do, in my opinion, you call out Jose Aldo. And
that'd be an interesting one.
And you beat the featherweight GOAT because Alex was on the cusp.
I so close.
Dude, you have Jose Aldo's run and you have Alexander Volkanovski's run. Okay, I just beat the second place GOAT. Let me beat call your shot, bro. And so Sean O'Malley, he got a lot of heat, and I talk about Sean O'Malley a lot. I'm a dick rider. But he's like, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Like, I didn't want to fight Volkanovski. I wanted to fight Ilya. We're both strikers, yada, 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 yada. But he got a lot of backlash for that. And so he's like, fuck it. All right, after I beat Cheeto, Merab is next. And I'm not just going to TKO Merab like I did Aljo. I'm going to knock Merab clean. I'm going to cold clock him.
I would love if there was a stipulation put in place that you had to have at least 2 to 3 defenses before you could even try some double champ BS.
Clean out the division. And
everyone, as soon as they win a title, I'm a double champ. I'm a double champ. Bro, defend your belt. Look, I get Conor did it immediately. He never Conor never defended a belt once, right?
No. I mean, if you want to count the Khabib fight as a defense, then yeah.
But look at what happened to those divisions because of Conor going to do that, going to box. Conor was a very special case.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, the stardom was astronomical. We had to stop it.
But I want to let you know right now, Ilia Topuria is not the lineal champ. Because he didn't beat Conor. If he beats Conor, sorry, dude. Sorry. Conor never defended the 145, so I think it was UFC 200. Shout out to 100 UFCs ago. Frankie Edgar and Jose Aldo fought for the interim, and then that just like, okay, Paulo Costa could have beat Robert Whittaker, and then the 185-pound champ, Dricus du Plessis. That's not the lineal champ. GSP is. So you're having this problem of guys becoming the champ, and then they hit the dirt. Alexander Volkanovski, as great as he is, as great as he was, not going to speak in past terms, he didn't beat Conor, so he's the interim. Like, okay, so he's the inaugural, he's the legit. No, that's not the lineage. That's why we speak so highly of Tyson Fury, because he is the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. That's why we speak so highly of Roman Reigns in WWE, because he held the title Oh.
Bruh, I cannot sit here and listen. Oh, you gotta beat Conor to be lit. Yeah, I get it, but Conor didn't fucking defend it.
But that's not his fault.
Yeah, okay.
All right. But I'm just saying, you didn't beat the man to be the man.
So is Khabib the lineal featherweight champion of the world?
Lightweight.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh. No, because they didn't compete at 145.
This is some bullshit. Anyway, this is number one bullshit.
This is number one bullshit. Let's just go on to the meme of the week.
We gotta talk more about this fight. I'm not done.
God.
I gotta sulk for a minute.
Well, last time Volk lost, you opened up the podcast in your sad boy phase, and I was expecting the same thing, but you had a little more enthusiasm with the intro.
I could have pulled that again. You know, it's
you don't want to be predictable. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I feel bad. I feel bad, man. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for all the Volk fans because I'm one of them. The floor is yours. Sulk, Kyle.
I think taking the Islam fight on short notice is going to irreparably change his career. Genuinely, I think you take Islam fight on short notice. You don't rest up after that brutal knockout in that fight and get KO'd again. Your chin's already to maybe not. I think Topuria could have easily knocked him out with that shot at any point in his career because it was just that powerful. But like, does a Volk who is not coming off of that brutal of a head kick knockout, is he the same fighter? You have to ask those questions. It sucks. But like, these things happen. This is a fight game.
Oh,
if you do something like that, you change your whole career forever.
So, two things, if I can have the floor. Number one, I heard TJ Dillashaw talk about Volk's body language and how like he was upright and he was leaning back. Whether he admits it or not, and TJ said this, he's like, I wasn't in his head, I don't know. Volk was scared of the power.
I wouldn't.
Scared, feared, whatever. That's up. It's an opinion. Weary, definitely. Sorry.
A Volk that comes off of the first Islam fight with the confidence of, I might have really won this fight, and not taking the short notice Islam fight, does he have that fear fighting Topuria?
That was my second point.
Yeah.
You know whose fault all of this is, right? Charles Oliveira. If he wouldn't have got injured, if he wouldn't have got injured, Volk would have never ever had to step in on short notice. Could have fought Ilya maybe a little earlier, maybe January, late December. And then it would have been like, okay, well, I lost to Islam, but it wasn't a knockout loss. So, back again, you know I'm a huge fan of Charlie Olives, but shame on Brazil, shame on the Brazilians, shame.
I get the mentality to take a fight on short notice. You look like a badass. You are badass, honestly. But you're potentially damaging your career. Early in your career, maybe it's not as big of a deal. Later career, title fight, short notice, that might be your last chance.
I mean,
that's definitely Volk's last chance. We'll never see Islam Volk again, and there's no point to see that fight again.
You're right. You asked Michael Bisping, and he's like, okay, 11 days notice, got my weight down, healthy, didn't go through like we've talked about this. Like, okay, he didn't go through 11 or 12 weeks of a training camp, so his body's not torn down. He hasn't put in the motivation, like, this is what I aim to do, this is what I've been working on.
Michael Bisping's is literally the, what's the word?
Anomaly.
It's the anomaly. Whereas, like, there's all these other fighters who take these short notice fights and lose, and usually lose fairly badly.
This guy's been training. Islam, and
Islam's a freak of nature.
And you can't do that on short notice. So Elia, okay, Alex had a full camp for Elia, is going against one of the baddest dudes at 145. But man, like, it just didn't do him any good coming off of a shutout loss against the 155-pound champ. He goes, okay, I'm going to go back down to 145 where I reign, where I beat the fuck, excuse my language, out of Ortega, Yair, Max the third time. Max had this split thing down his face. You've never, ever seen Max Holloway like that until he fights Justin Gaethje, but I digress. So it's not going to look good. So
no.
Volk rules 145, has the crown, does his thing, expects to just come down and, okay, well, nobody in the 145 is as good as Islam.
No one's got the power of Islam, which is probably still true, but still.
Little did he know, if you come off of a knockout loss and you turn around 3 months, it wasn't 3 months, it was what? 4, maybe close to 5.
Not long, yeah. It was not a long period of time.
You need at least 6 months to a year after coming off of a knockout. Dude, a knockout. He didn't flatline him, I guess, but it was TKO, head kick.
I don't know. It was he was kind of there, but like he took all those extra shots. His head's hitting the back of the cage, and then he takes this one. He's out cold for a good bit of time.
He just connected right on the chin. And
the craziest part about it, I had just been thinking, like, in my head, seconds prior to the knockout, I was like, all right, Volk's kind of, he's getting in his range. He's starting to look better. First round, I was a little nervous. He's getting a little more comfortable. And 15, 30 seconds later, out cold.
What was your reaction?
It was
jaw drop.
It was just jaw drop and just
quiet room. Yeah,
it was quiet room. I was watching it with my boys from the Augusta Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Shout out to Augusta Jiu-Jitsu.
They're Lovato certified.
Rafael Lovato.
And everyone was just completely shocked. It was heartbreaking.
Ooh, I bet that pit in your stomach was like.
Oh, it was rough.
Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like you said this. You go, you're watching, everything happens. You go, oh, fuck, Robert was right.
That never even entered my mind.
Yo, whether it did or not, I had it on stream. I had my iPhone going, iPhone to HDMI to TV. I unplugged it immediately. Boom, 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 boom. Sent you the screen recording.
I was wondering how you had a GIF so fast.
And you go, why you do this to me?
I was sad, dude. That sucked.
Dude, I didn't want it to happen, but I was like, there's no amount of like measurement that I could feel that you would feel in that moment. So I was like, I'm screen recording this, editing it in like real time, 3 seconds. And I go, boop, 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 boop. And I text you and I'm just waiting. I'm holding my phone. Everybody's like, what are you doing? I go, hang on.
Hold on, just wait.
And you go, why you do this to me? And I go, yes.
Yeah, I literally get a GIF of the fucking knockout. Like, not even 5 minutes after. I had no clue how you had a whole GIF ready.
Oh, dude. So, that being said, shout out to Spain. Shout out to Ilia Taporia. If you guys will go on really any MMA page, like Full Violence or anything like that, you'll see Ilia's family reacting to his knockout. And they're all like hugging and rejoicing, and then you have like Israel Adesanya's reaction to Alex getting knocked out, and it's just like you see both sides, man. You see both sides, and
Fight game's rough.
dude, fighting. You don't play fighting. You play basketball, NBA.
Yeah, you're not playing. This isn't a game.
You play football, NFL. You can't play fighting, and so that's all I have on that. Don't mean to take the floor from you too much, but
last thing, and then I'll be done. One comment, and it made me sad, and it's gonna make. They're like, I can't see Volk go on a Tony run, dude. I can't do that.
Real quick, while I'm talking, will you pull up the 145 rankings? Because
yes,
I swear to God, you said that, and immediately I go, oh, there's nobody at 145 that can beat him but Ilya. With the and I don't even think Ilya granted him a rematch. So, like, I don't think that's the same Alex coming back for the rematch.
That fight needs to happen like end of 2024 or next year. I don't want to see that in the summer of 2024. Let this man rest, please.
Maybe.
Ilya fights somebody else in the meantime. I think.
Who? He said he wasn't fighting Max. He's not, and that's why I changed my.
He said he'd fight Max in Spain.
Okay, cool. I didn't see that.
But I guess that Max has to beat Justin for that to happen. Or at least not get KO'd by Justin.
No.
And I don't think that's happening. Is that a 5-round fight?
It's for the BMF.
Okay.
It's championship fight, 5 rounds.
Because I know it's technically like, it's not the co-main, it's below the co-main.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's well, I don't know. I think that might be the co-main. Hang on.
It might also be a co-main. There may be 2 co-mains.
Well, all right. Well, now you're getting the tri-main.
It's UFC 300. They can bend the rules, right?
Sure. Which can we announce that? Hang on. Breaking news. Can we announce that fight?
Hold the fuck up.
Jesus.
This website has Volk at number 7 in the featherweight rankings after that fight. This is not official. There's no way. That was Tapology.
Oh, Oh, no. You're on them Craigslist ass sites, brother.
Yeah, I hit the wrong one.
Sure.
Disrespectful as fuck. Volk is 1.
Yo,
okay.
Fuck you to Tapology. How about that?
Exactly.
That's why nobody buys Tap Out shirts anymore.
Yeah, no one likes Tap Out. Fucking losers.
Anyways, dude.
All right, whatever you're about to say, that just shocked me.
Can we announce the UFC 300 main event?
Yes, and then we need to talk about it a little bit.
Okay, and not ad nauseum, but like just we have Alexander Pereira. Alex Pereira. He's not Alexander, is he? Poatan.
Versus
Hands of Stone.
Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill.
Sweet Dreams.
And a lot of people are not happy with this as the 300 main event.
And you know why they're not happy? Because Dana White drum rolled it up to like, we don't know what's happening. We need to get this fight. You know, like you guys are going to be blown away. You know what he wanted to happen.
Something with Conor, I'm sure.
C-Mac and Nate Diaz.
Yeah, that'd have been pretty great.
But then you have old MC Michael Chandler in the way. Dana White, UFC, this guy's been on my mind. I've imagined him touching my body gracefully. Like, come on, Mike. Like,
look, Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor would have been a fun-ass fight at 300 as well.
If the real Michael Chandler shows up. Now, we've talked about this in a little bit. You think Entertainment Chandler shows up? Or
yeah. I think Entertainment Chandler is showing up to every fight from here on out. I don't think he cares. I think he's at a point where he doesn't care about an actual title. I think he's just trying to make as much money as he can before he leaves.
Sure.
So
support his family,
anyone that says UFC 300 is not stacked is a casual because there's no like gigantic names on the card.
Yeah.
UFC 300 is stacked from top to bottom. Every fight on there could main event something, whether it be a fight night or a pay-per-view alone.
Now, one of the biggest pay-per-view fights that they could put on of all time would definitely be Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm. Agreed?
Great, and that's a prelim. Okay, look, that could headline a fight night.
Yeah,
That could headline a fight night.
yeah, dude. But then you have like the Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo, and it's like, okay, that one, yes, sir. But I love how he's so tricky with his like, bro. Any of these fights could easily headline a pay-per-view or a fight night.
It's true though. Like, it's fucking true, man.
Yo,
look,
easily
is this a
UFC
card?
UFC 300 is stacked from top to bottom, and any of these fights could easily headline a UFC pay-per-view or a fight night.
It's true.
Sure. Yeah, it's true. It's damn true, Kyle.
Anyone that says this is a bad card is just not a fighting fan. Just because you don't know some of these names does not mean they're bad. They're not entertaining fighters.
Okay, so what just happened last weekend? I'm gonna break down the world right now. You had All-Star Weekend for the NBA, the National Basketball Association. Kyle's being birthed. So you had the All-Star Game, the slam dunk contest, the 3-point contest, some weird 3-point contest between Steph Curry and the girl from Iowa.
That really happened?
Oh yeah, 100%. Steph Curry won. Anyways, spoiler alert. If any of us watch basketball, so you have those guys. They have year after year NBA Finals. Now they have an in tournament or an in-season tournament, or then you have the NFL, the Pro Bowl, the Super Bowl happens year after year. There's something significant that happens with the UFC. UFC 100 is, I think, if you want to look this up, you can, the biggest pay-per-view of all time.
In what way?
Card-wise, because then you have Khabib and Conor, which is 2.4 million, and that's the biggest UFC card. But like, that was one fight. You couldn't tell me another fight that was on Khabib and Conor. But UFC 100 had Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir 1, Michael Bisping, Dan Henderson. When Dan Henderson clocks Bisping out, and then he comes with the flying elbow, like UFC
500, at least in buys, is at number 5.
Oh, so then you have. Hang on, can I guess? Number 1 is Khabib and Conor.
Obviously, yeah.
Number 2 is Nate Diaz, Conor 2.
That's 3.
Okay, so Conor Cowboy?
No, I don't think that's in the top 5.
It at least broke 1 million. Conor Diaz 1?
Nope.
Okay, so enlighten me.
Conor Dustin 3.
Oh my
2.
God. Yeah, that was on my birthday actually.
That's a pretty good fight for your birthday, especially if you're a Dustin fan.
But then he fucking broke his leg, and I'm like, I'm in my
McGregor 2. I'm
in my velvet green blazer that was $120. Spoiler alert. And it ends in what, 1 round? 2 rounds? 2-round leg break.
Yeah, 2 round. Yeah, I think it was the 2nd round. Dude, I'm looking at McGregor Cerrone. That's a fucking glorified fight night.
It is, but you're not going
to UFC pay-per-view buys.
You're not sharing revenue with anyone else but Conor, and that's the problem they're having with Michael Chandler and Conor. Is okay, we could put him on this card, or we could put him on International Fight Week.
Yeah, or it's never going to be 300's main event.
Never. Because then you have to share with the champs, or you have to. No, UFC.
Honestly, having a main event that doesn't have these two like you don't need two megastars to main event 300. Megastars are going to market themselves.
Yeah.
But you give two the best strikers in the light heavyweight division the main event. Maybe they're not the biggest names in the world, but tell me that's not going to be a pretty entertaining fight.
Oh, it's gonna be a bomb. It's gonna be a barn burner. It's gonna be a bomb ass fight.
I think it works.
I think it works, but it's just like I said, the drum roll of like, you guys aren't gonna believe this. Like 300 is gonna be crazy. It is crazy, unless you're a casual.
Yes.
Which we're casuals. All of our friends and fans are casuals. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't buy or stream or tune in to UFC 300, I just think even WWE, WrestleMania, year after year, you have UFC 100, UFC 200, UFC. They always do something for the centennial. Is that the word? The centennial. Centennial. The bicentennial. Because UFC 200 fell apart because John Jones failed the drug test. Fuck John Jones.
Ruining everything, dude.
No, man. I think 300 is going to be special. And we can,
Yeah, it's definitely going to be it's going to be one to remember. It's a great card.
Real quick, if you want to place any bets,
You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Go to DraftKings.com, promo code CCMMA. That is...
Oh, I'm completely gone.
You are? Hey, I can kind of see
code.
you kind of look like Zordon in the little green right there. It's fine. Just stay. Hey, real quick, say Power Rangers.
Power.
Okay, so use promo code CCMMA at DraftKings.com. Now on to the meme of the week. You going first or me?
Yeah, because I don't even know yours.
I'll send it to you. So, Kyle's meme of the week, which is kind of like, is bonkers because it's like mid-fight, kind of like Joe Rogan usually comes in at the end, and here he is, middle of the fight, interviewing, Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern, kind of mid-fight,
That was not a mid-fight.
Oh, no. It wasn't a mid-fight. I'm saying he interviewed her mid-fight. Mid-fight.
Like he said it. Kind of a mid-fight.
No.
Dude, and his mic is right in the cake. And she was cheeked up in that mount position she had. Mackenzie Dern is looking wild. Did you hear Bobby Green when she weighed in?
Yeah, dude.
Bobby Green. Like, I can't believe they got Bobby Green on the pre-show, and Mackenzie Dern's weighing in, and she looks fantastic. And he goes, "Damn!" As soon as she steps on the scale, it's like, "All right, Bobby."
Which he's fighting soon.
Yeah, he's on 300
versus Jim fucking Miller. And shout out to fucking Jim Miller, and shout out to Bruce Buffer. I hope he says. I hope
he's being a baby about it.
He's like, "Oh, I don't like to cuss on my job. Maybe I'll say Jim freaking Miller." I'm like, dude, when did the cuss police come in? Anyways, I'm sending you the meme right now, and I'm gonna activate my button as soon as you read it.
All right, let me pull it up. Well, I don't know why though. Volk putting that shit on at the press conference was too funny. He killed that old man.
You talking about Sleepy Volk, dude? Look,
he killed that old man.
Look in Elia's eyes. He doesn't even believe it.
He really didn't.
He doesn't. Shocked. So you have like the yeah, and then you have like the, oh fuck, dude. Oh, I just beat the 145-pound goat. That's not Aldo. What's going through his mind? He's celebrating with his coaches. He goes, "I'm gonna call out Conor McGregor."
Call out Conor.
What the fuck, dude? So Sleepy Volk is my MMA meme of the week.
No, not Sleepy Volk.
Sleepy Volk. You have Kyle's meme, which is Definitely female centered. You have, Hot Honey Buns, Hot Mike, and then you have Sleepy Volk,
Hot honey buns.
the Hot Honey Buns of Mackenzie Dern. She should have won that fight, but I digress. Man, this has been so much fun. We are the Couch Casuals, always bringing you the broest of bros breakdown of all the fights.
The best.
The best of the broest breakdowns.
We're the goats of the casuals. We're the casual goats.
See, you subliminally selected a name change right there. So we'll look into that. We'll look into that, the casual goats. Shout out to Mackenzie Dern. Shout out to all these fighters that are making crumbs on what the UFC is making from them. Shout out to the guys that are actually getting paid their due. Shout out to the guys that don't have to go on to another TKO promotion and call out their shots like Michael Chandler. No shade, but come on, let's get this fight done.
Look, they're partners. It's drumming up business for both shows.
Everybody's like, who is this guy? He's like,
the wrestling fans didn't fucking know.
One guy on my mind, Conor McGregor. Everybody goes, oh, okay, yay, Conor. And then
Mania?
Dude, hang on, what?
Conor and Mike on WrestleMania? Let's go. Tell me you wouldn't enjoy some fucking shit like that.
You know what I would enjoy? Some fucking shit like Logan Paul becoming double champ USA and... Okay, all right. This has been the Couch Casuals. I am one of your hosts, Robert Dylan Vasquez, with my beautiful host...
It's your boy, Kyle DiOrio. We're going away sad this week, but we'll be back at you soon for UFC 299.
We're out.